Mr.A here for RRT Boxing. We're going to do a post-fight card review on the Golden Boy promotions on HBO. Even though there's a total of 4 promotions, you have Kathy Diva with Sullivan Barrera. You have a Star something with Joe Smith, and I forgot what Miguel Burchett promotion is called. Something with an F out of Mexico. But I think they all kind of gave the big portion to Golden Boy. So we're going down as Golden Boy Promotions post-fight card review. Going as a fan, going into this, I saw 2 fights were predictable out of the 3. I only really had one toss-up fight, and that was Corrales and Castellanos. Now, I picked, this is just like my predictions, my fun fact predictions. I picked Joe Smith to get beat up for like 11 rounds and then somehow land a haymaker to win the fight. That fight went exactly down how I thought it was going to be, except for the haymaker miracle. People forget Barrera lost to Andre Ward. Now, up until that fight, everyone's thinking, oh, this guy is good enough, a Cuban amateur background. He might be able to upset Andre Ward. But Andre Ward made him look so simple. They downplayed who Sullivan Barrera really was. Now, he came into this fight. Clearly, he got dropped in the first round, but clearly showed he just outclassed Joe Smith, what everyone thought he was anyway. He's far superior than Joe Smith. Put Joe Smith on the back foot in the second round, and from there on out, the fight was over. Joe Smith landed a wild swinging punch here and there. He threw at Sullivan Barrera. But the only reason that fight was even exciting is because Sullivan Barrera got mad. He got dropped in round 1. In the whole fight, he was trying to revenge that drop and trying to knock him out. Now, if Sullivan Barrera would have listened to his coach, his trainer, and said, hey, dude, calm down, emotions, get the emotions down and just box, that fight would have been very, very boring. But Sullivan Barrera, fighting with an ego, fighting with pride, wanted to revenge that drop down. So, to me, that fight, even though it was a good clinic put on by Sullivan, I give that fight like a C. And then you have Corrales versus Castellanos. That fight stole the night to me. That was back and forth action. You had the challenger pushing the champion to the limits. And did the champion really win? You know, it was a headbutt stop. So I give that. Corrales showed very vulnerabilities. He was showed he's more of just an athlete than a boxer. He's reaching. He was off balance. His footwork was off. And Castellanos just showed how much he's improving each and every outgo. If he could slow it down a little bit, I know a full force aggression is his sway. But if he can maybe just slow his punches maybe down by a punch and really think about it, I think he'll win that rematch. I think he'll definitely win that rematch. But the only thing that's worried is maybe that he had headbutt pretty good, and hopefully it don't leave too much scar tissue to reopen. But I give that fight, between the back and forth action, between the challenger dropping the champion twice, then he got dropped himself, coming back to actually put doubt in everyone's mind, like, oh, who's gonna win this fight? And up until that 10th round headbutt, you might have think there's gonna be a new champion. So that was a good fight right there. I give that fight a B. I give that one just a B because a challenger and champion were showing adaptations in their style, trying to figure things out. While, like I said, the first fight, Sullivan Barrera and Joe Smith, once Joe Smith got on the back foot, you saw no adaptation. And that's basically, if you go watch my Keys to Victory, that's all I say. If Sullivan Barrera could put Joe Smith on the back foot, fight's over. And it happened. In the final fight, champion Miguel Burchett versus Takanashi Mayori. It was another fight, man. You knew Mayori was going to come in there, waiting to land that one devastating left hand if he had the opportunity. And Miguel was just the idea was, what will Miguel do not to get hit by the left hand? Now I didn't know Miguel was gonna show some good ring generalship and dance around the ring like that. He danced all around the ring, away from the left hand. But then again, Miori showed no type of adaptation. So what you saw on paper is exactly how it happened in the ring. Move away from the left hand, and you're safe all night. And that's exactly what Miguel did. Peppered him with some jabs here and there, some body shots, move away from the left hand. Predictable fight. So that's what I said. 2 out of those 3 fights were predictable on paper, and they happened exactly how they did on paper. No adaptation. So on giving that, I'm giving this Golden Boy Promotions card on HBO, July 15th, 2017. I'm giving it a card of C-. Mr. A here. Please subscribe. Let me know what you think of this card. Mr. A is out.